So guys, here we are with part 2 of our print cut on a Mimaki UCJV 300. And again, this is going to carry over to any Mimaki print cut machine that you own. So what we're going to do, again, is take this sticker that we've created and we're going to create a cut line and a perf cut and a kiss cut or contour cut all at once. So in the first video, we created the cut lines in our artwork, and we came over here to raster link and we took our job and we set up our cut lines. Now we're going to set up our cut on the machine. So if you remember, cut 1 is going to be our kiss cut, cut 2 is going to be our perf cut. So we're going to come over here and we're going to hit select, we're going to hit tool, and we're going to be on cut 1, and we're going to come down here to our pressure. Now to set our pressure, we need to cut through the vinyl but not into the backer. So I've got my pressure set at 80 grams. Well, is that a good number? We're going to find out. So we're going to end out of this now that we've got it set, and I'm going to hit test cut and I'm going to hit enter, and all it's going to do is it's going to do a little cut, and we're going to check it and see if our blade depth is correct and see if our pressure is correct. Now because I'm on cut 1 selected here, my test cut is going to do cut 1. And all it's going to do is cut a little square. And right here, again, a little hard to see, but what we're looking for is, did we go all the way through the vinyl and just barely get into the media? And if we pull that off, we see we're peeling off real easy. And we're just, if you look, you're just slightly into the vinyl. That is about perfect right there. So now, that is our kiss cut or our contour cut. Now, we're going to come back over here and we're going to set up cut 2 to do our perf cut. Our perf cut's going to be a little more complicated. So we're going to go to tool, we're going to change it to cut 2, and we're going to hit enter. Now cut 2 is going to be a half cut, so the first thing I'm going to do is come down here and turn half cut on. Then we're going to set our pressure. Now this pressure is at 340. That's a high number. Don't let the number scare you. Whatever number works for your media is going to be okay. That number, it may take 140 pounds of 140 grams of pressure. It may take 300. This particular media has a thicker backer than average, so our number is higher than normal, but it's just fine. So I've got my pressure at 340 grams. I've got my half cut on. Now this is where it's going to get tricky. We're going to scroll down here to half cut pressure. And if you zoom in here, you can see our half cut pressure is on 80 grams, which is the same as our kiss cut pressure on number 1. So when you're setting your half cut pressure, it should be equal to the number that it took to cut into the vinyl but not through the media. Our half cut length, that's the length of my perf. I normally go from 0.5 to 1, so I'm at 0.8 here, so that's the length of my perf, so that when you cut, you really can't see it on this one, you can see right here, you see my little perf edge right there. You're going to have to really zoom in on that. I'm not sure you're going to see it, but it's right there. The length of that perf is 0.8. The cut length, that's how long it is between each perf, which I've got it at 20 millimeters, which is give or take 3/4 of an inch. So it's pretty much going 3/4 of an inch, and then it's leaving a little perf. So that's what's going to hold everything together while it's cutting. So now I've got my half cut pressure set. Well, is it right? Let's find out. So I've got cut 2 selected, so I'm going to go to test cut, and I'm going to do a test cut again. And again, all it's going to do is just cut out a little square, and we're going to see how this looks. So now we pop that out, and we can see that came out nice and easy, nice and clean. We've got a couple little perfs on there that hung it on. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got it listed here. We'd love to have you as members. We put out valuable UV information all the time. So as you're watching this and you get done, don't forget to subscribe to our UV channel. Okay, so now we have got both our cut 1 and our cut 2 set. So the only thing we haven't done, I'm going to do this really quick, is we want to make sure our blade is set. You actually want to set your blade before you set your pressure settings. So I'm going to pop this blade out, and I'm going to show you a real simple trick to setting blades. A lot of people struggle. There's a lot of opinions on how you set your blade, a lot of training. This is a super simple way to do it. You take your actual media that you're using. So this is a piece of what I've got loaded in the machine. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to take my blade. I'm going to center it up, and I'm just going to drag it across. And what I'm looking to do is cut all the way through my media and just barely get into the media behind it. And you can see it's going to be hard to see, but there's a little line there.